Hello everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Rajshri here, and I'm hoping that you all are healthy, safe, and doing well. Today I'm going to discuss about June 2021 Vedic horoscope. But before I move on to the discussion, I would like to thank you all of you who are supporting me by subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, and your informative and positive comments give me a lot of encouragement as well. So please be connected with me through this channel, subscribe to this, and press the bell icon to know when I'm posting my next video. Let us first see the positions of the planets in the sky in June. All dates are as per Indian Standard Time. Now, 3 planets are retrograde in June. Saturn and Mercury are already retrograde. Jupiter turns retrograde on 20th of June in Aquarius. Therefore, between 20th of June and 23rd of June, all 3 planets will be retrograde. Solar eclipse is going to take place on 10th of June in Taurus, and Sun will be in Mrigashira Nakshatra. The eclipse will be caused by Rahu. Retrograde Mercury is going to be a part of the eclipse. Sun will move to Gemini on 15th of June. Mars will move to its debilitation sign Cancer on 2nd of June and will form opposition with very strong and retrograde Saturn. Retrograde Mercury is going back to Taurus on 3rd of June. Venus remains in Gemini most of the month and on 22nd June will move to Cancer and form opposition with Saturn. Mercury and Venus are in Parivartana or sign exchange between 3rd June and 22nd June. After Sun, Mercury is the most afflicted planet in June. Retrograde Mercury takes part in the solar eclipse and remains combust between 1st and 21st of June. Mercury also forms trine with the retrograde Saturn after 3rd June when he moves to Taurus. A heavily afflicted Mercury in company with exalted and powerful Rahu is a combination for highly mischievous ideas and misrepresentation of facts. June is going to be an eventful and complicated month with 3 retrograde planets, solar eclipse. June is not a month for progress and achievements. We need to keep that in mind. It is rather a month of introspection and re-strategizing our course of action. Overall, June will be the month when we need to take great care about what we do, what we think and decide, what we communicate, and what advices we are giving or receiving is also of paramount importance. Finances, business, well-being, and higher education will get heavily impacted. Travel will be obstructed. People's fundamental beliefs about society and the social fabric both are going to see a change. Rather, I should say that this will be the beginning of the change which will slowly unfold itself till October 2021. Mars and Saturn opposition shows agitation and frustration amongst people. Patience may run thin and emotions may run high. 3 planets going retrograde is not really a great sign. There are quite a few dates throughout the month when things can go out of hands if we are not careful. Maintaining calm and having patience are the best remedies for this month. June will be a great month for spiritual seekers. Check my Saturn retrograde video to know the impacts of Saturn's retrogression in detail. The link is appearing above and I shall also give the link in the description box. And if you want a consultation from me for your own chart, you can reach me at mohanaastrology@gmail.com. You will find all the information related to consultation in my website, which is www.mohanaastrology.com. Let us now find out what to expect in June for 12 moon signs. Yes, I'm talking about moon signs from now onwards. And you see, the Saturn's retrogression has prompted me to go back to the moon sign wise predictions. Saturn always shows me the right path and I follow his path. Anyway, so use these predictions as a general guideline for the month. As always, your own chart, your own current Mahadasha, Antardasha, and of course your own karmic footprint are the most important factors in getting results from the planets in transit. So keep this in mind when you are going through the sign-wise results. Starting with Aries. Your sign lord Mars is moving to your house of domestic peace, mother and property on 2nd June. Cancer is the sign of debilitation for Mars. And Mars will be in opposition with extremely powerful retrograde Saturn there. Venus will join Mars in the 3rd week of the month. The solar eclipse is going to take place in your house of family and wealth. This month, you wish to move ahead, you want to achieve, but your circumstances and immediate environment are not really helping you to achieve this. And this may cause a great deal of frustration in you. Finance, wealth, property, and family matters become very important this month. Financial gains and prosperity will be there for you. Be very careful about what you communicate and how you communicate. Hold the new ideas and new initiatives till the 3rd week of the month. Professionally, whether you are in employment or in self-employment or having a business, you will do well with hard work, and in the second half of the month, you are going to do better. General health looks fine, but do not ignore any issues related to eyes, heart, chest area, or blood pressure. There will be some worry related to your children in the first half. Your parents' health will need attention, and you also need to take good care of your domestic and marital peace in June. There is a possibility of rise in competition or conflict with friends and close relatives. Moving on to Taurus. For the first 3 weeks of the month, your sign lord Venus is placed in your house of wealth and family. And the solar eclipse of 10th June is taking place in your sign. Retrograde Mercury is forming Parivartana with your sign lord Venus. Now, this month is going to give you emotional turmoil and can increase your stress level. Health-wise, you should be careful too. You may not be able to assert yourself effectively in your thoughts, communication, and initiatives. You need to be a bit careful about your friends, and professionally, there will be some challenges, but you will succeed in what you do with your own effort. And this is going to boost your confidence level. Competition or adversity at workplace will go down as well. However, do not get into any kind of argument with your seniors and with your colleagues as well. You may need to reassess what you actually want to do in career. Financially, June shows mixed results for you. It is best not to do any speculative investments this month. Try to curb your expenses as well. You need to be extra careful when you're communicating with others. Any bitterness in speech can actually create enmity. There will be chances of long distance travel. However, plan it carefully or just avoid it this month. Be extra careful to keep peace with your spouse. Parents' health may need some attention, and spiritual practices and meditation is going to help you a lot in June. Gemini moon sign. Your sign lord Mercury is not in a great shape in June. I discussed it a bit earlier in the overall analysis of the planetary energy. You can go back there and have a quick understanding of how this is manifesting. The solar eclipse of 10th June is taking place in your house of expenses and spirituality. Your house of expenses and your house of transformation, because Saturn is sitting there, are highly activated this month. It will be a good idea to be careful about health and high expenses. Do not ignore fever, eye, or stomach related issues. Drive carefully as well. Your aggression and temper can increase this month, and this may impact your married life. So be careful in your communications. Do not get involved in any kind of debates or unpleasant situation, particularly at workplace. Monetary gain will be there for you, and you will also get support of luck. However, at the same time, high expenditure will bother you as well. You may take part in a religious or auspicious event. In general, it will be better for you if you can lay low and let this month pass. With Venus and Jupiter's blessings on your sign, you can mitigate difficulties to great extent if you are cautious. Cancer moon sign. Your sign lord moon has gone through one eclipse a week ago and will take part in the upcoming solar eclipse on 10th June. Mars is going to be debilitated in your sign and is forming opposition with a very powerful Saturn. June is not a very conducive month for Cancer, and you need to take care in all respects this month. Matters related to finance, health, spouse, business partners will be of paramount importance in June. Your temper will rise. You need to make extra efforts to keep cordiality with the spouse or the partners. Tax, joint finance related matters can resurface, and there may be sudden gains, but be careful of the source of it. There will be some unforeseen and high expenditure. Professional progress and business can slow down a little bit. You may need to put in more efforts to see success. Be cautious about people from your network circle, particularly if they're from foreign countries or from a foreign culture. Mental anxiety and sleeplessness can be there because of worries. And be very careful about your communication. Take care of your mother's health. Take care of your own health as well. Leo moon sign. Your ascendant Lord Sun is getting eclipsed in your house of profession and status. The first half of the month is not really great for you, but the second half shows good improvement in both health and profession. You will get back your confidence and will achieve as well. Whether employed or self employed or in business, you are likely to re-evaluate the strategies related to your profession. There will be professional elevation as well. And in business, overall, June will open up several opportunities, but in the last 10 days, you may have difference of opinions with the partners or associates. Income prospects will increase. There can be sudden financial gain as well. Your relation with the spouse will be good, but the last 10 days again may create some trouble. It is important to keep your calm and maintain good relation with the spouse and other relatives as well. There may be marriage alliances for some of you. There can be mental anxiety for some reason and your sleep may get disturbed. Expenditure will also shoot up in June. Chances of long distance travel or foreign travel will come. However, weigh all options and the current situation as well before taking a decision. Virgo moon sign. Your sign lord Mercury is retrograde and is going back to your house of luck. And it's also the house of fortune and higher education. And the solar eclipse will take place in this house, and Mercury gets involved in the solar eclipse. Mercury is also forming exchange with Venus. The first half of the month may not be great for you, but you are going to see excellent professional improvement and rise in authority in the second half of the month. There may be a promotion as well if it applies to you. However, you will need to work harder to retain the high position. There will be increase in competitors at workplace. Overall, June will bring possibilities of foreign travel, better prospects for income, and rise in social status. There may be some worries related to your children or their progress. It will be better not to invest in shares or speculation this month, and no matter how lucrative that looks, you need to stay away right now. Earlier investments may also not give desired results, and it will be a good idea to stay away from legalities, lawsuits, and loans. Try to maintain peace with your spouse, avoid any tussles with the authorities in the first half of the month. Libra moon sign. Your sign lord Venus is in your house of luck and fortune in June. The solar eclipse is taking place in your house of transformation and sudden events. Since it is happening in Taurus and Venus is exchanging signs with retrograde Mercury, your moon sign Lord Venus obviously gets involved in the eclipse. And Venus is well placed, by the way, till 22nd of June for you. So you need to take good care of your finances and savings, and matters related to joint finances with the spouse may come to the forefront in June. There is a good chance of sudden money gain from insurance or inheritance. Parents' health will need some attention, and there will be progress in education. Be very careful of health issues, injuries, and mental depression. There are indications of travel for education or for religious purposes. Try to keep peace with your spouse. Scorpio moon sign. Your sign lord Mars is in the house of luck and fortune but debilitated. And the solar eclipse of 10th June is taking place in your house of spouse, partnership, and business. This month will have several troubles popping up for you, but at the same time, you will be able to mitigate those as well. There are chances of procuring a property in June. You will have several new ideas. However, third week of the month will bring more clarity about what you should pursue. It will not be a bad idea to reskill yourself this month. At work, try to do things correctly. Your flaws, if there is any, may draw your seniors' attention. And work related stress may be there. There are a few things that you should be careful about this month, like your health, your close family members' health, and your relation with your spouse. However, there are indications that you may gain through your spouse as well. The last week of the month will give prosperity and peace, and you will feel inclined towards religious and benevolent deeds this month. Sagittarius moon sign. Your sign lord Jupiter is placed in your house of self-effort, new initiatives, siblings, and hard work, and it is going to retrograde from 20th of June. Solar eclipse of 10th June is happening in your house of services, diseases, and competition. You are in the last phase of Sadhisati, and Saturn has turned retrograde in your second house. That's your house of finances and family. Now, in the month of June, conflict with people may increase, but you are going to topple your opposition and do well in your work. In the second half of the month, try to avoid arguments and harsh communication, particularly at workplace, because these may backfire on you. So be careful of unscrupulous colleagues as well. Married life may see conflicts with the spouse, and spouse's health will also cause some concern. A property related matter may come in your favor, or you may buy a property. There are indications of relocation or residence change. Take very good care of your health. Be cautious about injuries, fevers, and blood related problems. Be a bit more careful after 20th of June. There can be short travel with the family for religious reasons. Capricorn moon sign. Your moon sign lord Saturn is retrograde in your sign. You are anyway going through a peak of Sarisati, and the solar eclipse is going to take place in your house of intelligence, planning, and children. This month is not really great or beneficial for Capricorn moon signs, and throughout the month, you need to take good care of your domestic peace. Spouse's health may create tension as well, and overall, you should be careful of health, mental peace, and conflict with people. It would be better to acknowledge and accept that the planetary energies are not really working in your favor this month, and develop some patience and trust on the Almighty. Keep your temper under check. Just keep in mind that this is a passing phase and will change very soon. Try to pray and meditate to overcome your anxiety. Moving on to Aquarius moon sign. Your sign lord Saturn is retrograde in your house of expenditure, spirituality, and foreign connections. You are going through the first phase of Sarisati, and Jupiter is in your sign and will turn retrograde on 20th of June. The solar eclipse is taking place in the house of domestic peace, mother, and property. June is actually a good month for you as far as your career and profession is concerned. However, chances of misunderstanding or communication gap with colleagues and seniors cannot be ruled out. So be a bit careful about these things. And business people will do better in the second half of the month. You will do well in competitive exams if you are appearing in one. Court cases can come in your favor. Your income will be good, and at the same time there will be large amount of expenditure as well. Your spouse will do well. However, domestic atmosphere can become tense and mental peace may be less. Take care of eye, feet, heart, and stomach related issues. Love is in the air for the right kind of people, and your spiritual inclinations will be high in June. Finally, moving on to Pisces, that is Pisces moon sign. Your sign lord Jupiter is transiting through your house of expenditure, foreign travel, and spirituality. Jupiter will turn retrograde on 20th of June. The solar eclipse of 10th June is going to take place in your house of self-effort and initiatives. You will be enjoying solitude, and spiritual practices will give you a lot of peace in June. Chances of long distance travel and relocation exists. Avoid travel after 20th of June. You will feel happy and contented internally. Good amount of income will be there, but at the same time high expenditure can destabilize your finances. You may also want to have a relook at the sources of your income and how you can maximize it. June is a good month for home redecoration, buying new vehicles. At home, there will be a happy, cheerful atmosphere. You will entertain friends and relatives. There are chances of birth of a child if it applies to you. There can be some professional worries. Try to avoid any altercation with your seniors and colleagues at work. Do not ignore any health issues related to fever. There can be chances of hospitalization if your personal chart also shows that. There can be some worries related to children. Try to maintain cordiality with the spouse, close relatives, and friends. Try to stay calm and meditate to overcome mental anxiety. So thank you so much for listening to my video, and I'm hoping that you got an understanding of what to expect in June and be prepared for that. And I really pray for everyone so that we all stay safe, so that we all be healthy, remain healthy. And I also pray for the departed souls. Thank you so much. May God bless us all.